Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and welcome back.
It's Shia LaBeouf.
Whoa. Slow down.
What do you mean? He's in the corner.
Oh, really?
Look at him.
Oh, hey, what's up? He's just over there menacingly staring at us.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Right. Well, this episode is a little different. You guys probably can't tell, but Ethan is officially moved out of the house, and we have moved our little setup that we have from the living room that we were recording into. And
it's now in the dead room.
Dead room?
Yeah.
It is kind of spooky.
If it's not a living room, it's a dead room.
Is that how it works?
I mean,
So
as far as I know.
So bedrooms are just dead rooms
It
now?
only makes sense. Well, no, bedrooms are rooms with beds.
Oh, okay.
This room has no bed, therefore.
So is a living room supposed to be called a couch room?
No, it's a living room. Only living things are permitted.
Oh. Well, in case you guys haven't noticed, we have a very special guest this episode because Ethan has moved out, and we were trying to get one last episode before he really got busy and ran off and did his own thing.
Yeah.
But we missed him.
We grabbed a complete stranger off the side of the street.
Yeah. I was just hitchhiking and they picked me up.
By the way, I didn't get your name.
My name is Mallory.
Yes. This is my girlfriend Mallory. So for those of you,
girlfriend already?
Hey, well,
That was fast, Ian. We just met her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He offered
Don't
me a
apologize
sandwich,
to me.
so I got in his car.
Hey, I know what it is. It's a sandwich. Oh man. Well, this week we watched Holes.
Yeah, before we contact the authorities, let us tell you about this movie we watched.
Yes, of course. This is we have been talking about doing this episode, and specifically doing this episode with Mallory because
Oh, so you had your eye on her before all this?
oh gosh,
Yeah.
you're making me feel very creeped out about this
It's
whole
the
situation.
narrative I'm going with.
I
All right,
know.
just flow with it.
I like to sleep at this one gas station. He just keeps seeing me there.
You're not making this any better on my
I
behalf.
just saw you one time too many.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Over with the stray dogs in the back.
if you guys can't tell, I'm trying to move past this, but they just keep bringing
Okay,
it back
sorry.
up.
'Cause it's funny.
I know. I'm kidding. But
He
have you
actually
guys
found me at a garage sale.
garage?
We're selling you for $1.50.
Oh,
It's
no.
a damn shame.
Come on, she's a whole $2, please.
Yeah.
I know.
And,
Solid 8 quarters.
That's
I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted.
all right. Let's talk about pits.
Yes, let's talk about
We watched Pitts,
yes.
the movie.
Mhm.
We watched Oles, the movie.
Have you guys watched this movie before?
I had watched it a long time ago, back in junior high.
Yeah, same. I watched it. They made us read the whole book, and then we
Mhm.
could watch the movie.
Yeah, we read the book, watched the movie, and then wrote a paper on it.
Really?
No, we
Mhm.
didn't have to write the paper.
Oh, we did.
I'm sure we took a test on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when the movie came out because it was one of those Disney Channel things where
It
they
was
were
back in 2003, wasn't it?
yeah, they were promoting it like nothing else, and they were like,
Yeah.
oh, and again, I had no idea that it was based.
Look
on,
at these holes.
Look at these holes. I had no idea that it was based on a book, and then my mom had brought up the fact that she was like, oh, it's based on a book. You should read the book and then watch the movie or whatever. And I just never got around to read the book.
I will say I enjoyed the book a bit more than the movie.
I think
I like them both.
I kind of don't remember the book, but I do remember I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I, again, just never got around to reading it, so I don't know what happens in the book different from the movie. But it's not a Disney Channel original movie,
Right.
or as colloquially known on this podcast, DCOM.
Right.
I don't think it is, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Right.
Because it's based on a book, so I don't think it falls underneath
Right.
original
It's not
movie.
original movie.
Yeah, but it does have that same sort of sometimes little quirky flair to it, where it's this is kind of cheesy.
It doesn't feel like a Disney movie when
Right.
you're watching it.
Well, especially because they have very mild language,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think that for the Disney Channel version, they don't say that.
Right.
Because I don't remember, as a kid, I don't think I remember quite so many little
Yeah.
slip ups.
We got the
Where-
uncensored version.
Right. Where I think that if they did though, I guess I must just have blocked it out of my child
Man,
brain.
if there's one thing I can't stand or just think is really funny more often than not is how they dub over the curse words in any movies.
Right.
Because it's
You just-
either really obvious or just really bad.
Do you remember a few weeks ago when we watched the movie with Eric, my brother,
Oh, yeah.
and you could obviously like see her
They
mouth.
censored
like,
the fox.
not only that, but they very obviously censored the word where she's like, before I go sticking my head in its ass, like, and she mouthed the word ass,
Right.
and then she said mouth or whatever, and I was like, that's
Jeez.
so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was so obvious. But you said you had a story, Mallory, in regards to this movie, or you said you had something to say about it. At least, like, what were you saying about
We're
it?
putting you on the spot. Get ready.
You said you had something to talk about, I guess, when it comes to this movie. Was it the fact that you did something with school with it, or no? Okay.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Assholes.
Okay.
I think I said it, and I said it in the moment.
Okay.
That's all right. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll come back to you.
It's okay. It's all good. I remember, like I said, that the one thing is I have watched this a handful of times on the
Mhm.
Disney Channel,
Right.
and I just don't remember there was like those little bitty words. Like I said, I think they said
Right.
ass a couple of times, whatever.
Damn.
Right. The one thing that I thought was so funny is I didn't know that you were referencing this, and I said it jokingly, and then they
Yeah.
said it directly after. And I guess it was because another one of those like subconscious things that I didn't fully process until I had said it, was that she's been making the joke.
Yeah.
Mallory's been making the joke.
Going, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Yeah, well, that's too damn bad.
Keep digging.
Keep digging.
I didn't know that you didn't know that was from Holes.
Right. I thought that it was just like a
Funny
weird
thing.
a meme or a TikTok I didn't see kind of
Yeah.
thing. Because I don't think I heard you say just keep digging. Right. I just thought that main part was funny,
Oh, okay.
and then in the moment when it's happening, like it flooded back like an old memory or whatever.
Realization.
Right, where she stands up and says it or whatever, and I was like, this is
Like,
where
wait
this
a
is from.
second.
Right, I remember this. Where he's like real gross and old now and just like, spitting into a hole. I
Yeah.
was like, oh man,
Real
that's
gross.
real gross. He's a real nasty character.
Decrepit old man.
To kind of go on to some of my notes that I had, I just loved how like the movie starts off so fast.
Oh, yeah.
It starts off so fast, like family's not so great. Shia LaBeouf walking, boom, shoes, cops, arrested,
Instant
jail,
recipe.
and like, wait, what? All this over shoes? What's
Stealing
going on?
just a pair of shoes.
Right.
That
Suddenly you're in a trypophobic nightmare in the desert.
yeah. Welcome to the desert, you son of a garbage can.
son of a garbage can.
It's like it just happens so fast.
Dude, the little gang he immediately met,
Oh,
it irritated me so much.
right.
Because they're like, we're your friends, and here's your cool nickname, but also, don't steal my shovel and get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah. You're just a side character in my story.
See, that's the thing, though. This is a camp for juvenile delinquents.
Right.
You are not going to find anyone likable here.
But the thing is, like you'd think that they wouldn't bounce back and forth between being like, "Oh, I'm your buddy and we're cool now," and then like
Nah,
looking,
man,
Yeah.
they're
it's
kids.
like you look at me wrong, and all of a sudden it's like, "I'm gonna just try."
Like, if you're the
Yep.
gang leader, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, you gotta be gang leader all the time.
Yeah, you can't be buddy-buddy the next day. That's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pecking order.
You gotta be hard all the time.
Exactly. Oh, you know.
Well, not
I mean,
like
if,
that.
If the circumstances require, but
I guess.
geez.
Right.
You know,
right.
prison, it's a long, lonely time.
Exactly. Hey, it's lonely on the top, and we all know it.
You know. Well,
Who was everybody's favorite character?
Oh man, Shia LaBeouf did such a good job in this movie.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably come back to that and say it again.
I like not the warden, but the guy under her.
Oh, Mr. Sir.
Yes.
Oh,
I had
God.
I had
Dude, my
something to
first
say.
instinct was this guy's a freaking molester. This guy had such a bad vibe.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
His little stance when he's like trying to
He
shoot the lizard.
sachets everywhere.
Hate it.
he
Hate
kind
it.
of goes back and forth.
Mhm.
My next note that I had like right here on top was sunflowers and the stare. he just grabs a handful of sunflowers, puts them all in his mouth, and then just has this
just looks around.
He always has one eye squinting, I got my eye on you. I got my good eye on you kind of thing.
I wish you didn't. Could you look somewhere else?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he's got these kind of gross sideburns. And then
Gross sideburns.
it just has this weird, he has the stance, he has the slick back hair, and then it's the sideburns aren't bad. It's just the culmination of everything. Right. It's oh man, you're just kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
But again, he's an old cowboy looking
subhuman.
Dude. Right. And then, of course,
Mongoloid.
And then he introduces himself as Mr. Sir. And I was like, what the heck?
I mean,
couldn't
all right.
come up with a better name than that. I guess, okay. Man, I was looking at this as well, and I didn't, obviously, I know Shia LaBeouf has been in the movie industry for a long time, and especially he was a Disney star for years and years.
Right.
But I was looking at him at the beginning of this movie and really getting those close up on his face, and I was like, man, he's so young. I thought that he was going to be at least a little bit older than that, but I mean,
nah.
Right,
he was just a wee lad.
Yeah, what a
thrust
charming,
into the industry.
What a charming young boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that I thought was so funny. They're all acting like they're in this prison gang, but they're all under 18 for sure.
Yeah, it's you're all a bunch of 15-year-old boys.
It was so sad.
Right. Can we all say how much we hated X-Ray?
Oh my
Please?
God.
Just
with those bug eyes, I'm surprised he was even at the top.
It was one of those situations where I was like if you're gonna be even if you're I don't know, maybe it's just a character thing. Maybe
he wasn't even the most physically intimidating.
Right.
You know, he would not be the one to push me around.
No. You think that Armpit be the guy to be don't frick
I'd
with
be
me.
scared of him.
Yeah, I will sit on you.
Yeah.
It was just in terms of the folks in D tent, he was
right. Of course,
everywhere else it didn't really matter.
Yeah, and I get, like I said, I understand it was a smaller thing. I understand it's probably just for those guys, and I know it's probably because he talks big. I know that's usually how the leader gets put in place. Is he talks big and he pushes people around.
Yeah.
To put him on top.
Right.
But man, what an absolute dirtbag.
Yep.
He just kind of felt scummy. Where it's don't be cool with me, and then also be frustrated whenever things don't go your way. But like you said, they're also probably 16 years old, so can't really say much.
They're all in juvie for a reason.
Of course, you're right. What was your favorite character?
Oh man, I think I liked. I thought Armpit was really funny.
Man, I kind of liked Zigzag every now and then, just because he was weird. I'm not saying he's my favorite. I just thought I thought sometimes I just love the fact that he would just turn around and have those eyes.
He's
and
just crazy.
I was oh yeah, he's dead. There's something wrong with him.
I feel like the one I liked the least was the new guy that came in. I think they called him Twitch.
Oh,
it was so bad. The acting was bad.
He felt like a tack on character.
Yeah.
It was definitely just
I didn't believe that he had, I guess
Tourette's maybe.
Tourette's, I don't know, or no. He was just twitchy. I didn't
Just
believe he was actually twitchy. It looked like he was trying.
Right.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it was just it was a little strange.
They probably didn't look for a child actor that had an actual twitch.
They're like, hey, we're going to tack you on halfway through the movie. Just fidget and say you like cars.
Just do your thing.
Well,
we just need you to...
automobiles.
We need you to help Stanley steal the truck, so we're going to add you in.
Right. We need to give a good leverage for him stealing a truck, even though he could probably do it himself.
I can't believe he stole the truck, went to all that effort, and then immediately drove it right into a hole.
Yep.
Yeah. We're also talking about probably, like we said, sub 16 years old probably.
Doesn't know how to drive yet.
No. I just love the fact the setup for that was really nice too, is the fact you have this kid I did it. And he just keeps looking back, looking behind him. I'm like, oh, come on, that's the worst thing to do. And then lo and behold, bam, he hits a hole.
Ain't you ever been to driving Oh, wait.
Oh, never mind. Oh, dude. And I love how at that point, our main guy, Zero, has already ran off, and everyone's like,
oh, yeah, I'm out to bitch.
He's a done for. But then after he...
You guys have fun.
After he escapes and then runs off, instead of everyone saying, no, don't do it, come back. They're just like, yeah. Get out of here. Escape. And everyone's like, we've all been
second death this week.
woo! Exactly. We've
Better
all
to die a free man than in the in a prison.
and because even at the start of the movie, whenever like he has his uniform,
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Sir's like, you can run. I'm not gonna stop you. Keep on running. I'm not. You can. You're gonna get. The buzzards are gonna get you before you whatever else. And
You'll be dead.
exactly. And then but they're all over here like, get out, run while you can. And everyone's like, I'm like, oh, dude, guys, no,
Don't die in here.
Please
Die
don't.
out there.
exactly.
Same pep talk when they all got here.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Standard procedure.
Right.
Demoralize the children. Let them know they will die if they try to escape.
Of course. Can I just say how bad the slow-mo was in this movie?
If you can even call it that.
At the very end, I thought it was I thought every now and then I think it's buffering, but it's not. It's just
So I
Oh, goodness.
This
Yes,
hasn't-
please explain.
this hasn't been a reoccurring issue like forever, but just
It
in
is
like
now.
just in the past month, I've had an issue with Disney Plus at least on my like Chromecast thing, where it just wants to like it doesn't want to process the whole video, even if it's downloaded, even if I give it a minute or whatever. It like wants to keep like buffering or like stopping like every less than 5 minutes. It feels like, or probably 10 minutes to be honest. I'm over
I
exaggerating.
feel like it tacks at least 45 minutes on any movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not. I already have, like Dylan said while we were watching it, I have like a very paper thin tolerance for like buffering. We are in the digital age of like high speed bandwidth internet. I pay for so much good internet. I shouldn't have this issue, and so that's why I get very frustrated because I'm like
Right.
I've been what is it called? I don't want to say
Impatient.
I don't want to say entitled. What is it? Whenever
Spoiled.
Spoiled. I've been spoiled to what great internet
You're
looks
a
like.
bratty.
I've never had to wait for a YouTube video to buffer since, I don't know, 2008. So it's like,
man.
but so that's why I get frustrated with it. But
Yeah.
I know it's probably just a Disney Plus issue because I think Netflix works fine.
Right.
So it's probably just a weird software thing or something that I need to just chill out. But whenever I'm trying to
I
watch,
think it might be the Google TV because sometimes when I try to cast a YouTube video, it buffers as well. So I don't know.
maybe it is. Like I said, it's probably a software thing. It'll probably work itself out. I just noticed recently it was having an issue.
You were
and-
trying to stream this exclusively from your phone, or did you try it with the
Basically, Disney Plus is canceled.
TV app?
I wouldn't
That's
say
what you
that.
need to know.
It I've
Made
tried it
me
both
wait
ways.
like 5 minutes. I'm not using them anymore.
I tried both ways and it still doesn't quite work out.
Mm.
But anyways, what was I saying initially? I was saying something before we talked about that. Oh, dang it.
He ran away.
Oh, the slow-mo.
Oh.
Ran away.
So because the slow-mo is not smooth slow-mo, it's like freeze frame slow-mo
Yeah.
where it's kind of it
Fades to the next frame.
it jumps and it kind of
Mhm.
jitters, and I think it's an artistic choice or it may be a technical choice because they didn't
Right.
have like smooth.
It could have
Yeah.
been both.
Back in
Not the
2003.
right choice.
Not the right choice. That's what I'm saying. But the funny thing is that sometimes they would freeze frame or do a slow-mo section, and we would get preemptively frustrated because we're like, dang it, it's buffering again. It's like, oh no, that's just the awful slow-mo.
Right, it looked like just faked us out a couple times.
Right, just a handful of times. I think if I can just say this right off the top
Mhm.
of this right here,
Yeah.
is my favorite part of this movie, even like remembering it from a kid. You guys laughed at it a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but was the story of kissing Kate Barlow. I know
it is a good story.
I hate
that
do like it.
I didn't. I thought the guy Sam and some of his lines were a bit cheesy, all that kind of stuff.
I can fix that.
I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking dude, that was the best.
Can
I
anyone
fucking
quote?
love that shit.
Can anyone quote anything else Sam said other than that?
Just smear a little bit of this stuff on your
Okay,
husband's
okay.
head, and his hair will
no,
grow
I
like a
forgot.
horse.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
weird.
Sounded
I thought
like
he was a creep.
A vendor NPC.
He had like these like sleepy eyes like Billie Eilish that creeped me out. Like this man never had open eyes. They're always
Like,
a little
"Ooh,
squinty.
Hey, I'm just a guy. I'm just an onion farmer.
Really
a
seductive,
nice
but
fellow.
creepy.
Right, yeah, right. I like I said, I think it had its Disney cheesy moments. It had its weird thing, but I think it was the strongest story.
Yeah.
Like I do think the family story, the whole Zeroni and
Mhm.
Yelnats or whatever, that whole thing was like strong as like
Yeah.
a story. But like,
Interwoven.
but the big thing that I thought was really cool, that I think really panned out, like even towards like the climax of the movie, was that you take a character who is comfortable and is like kind of falling in love and like settling down, and then not only do you take away the person they care the most about, but you also take the thing that makes them who they are,
Mm-hmm.
which is like for this character was the school. She was the school teacher. She taught the adults. She was like teaching people how to read. She was like educating the community.
Yep.
And that was who she was. And then not only that, but you also kill the person that she has like grown attached to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like that perfect mix for me where it's like you have this good character who has a good life setup, and you take away everything that's good from them, and then they have nothing to live for, is what it feels like. Or not nothing to live for, but they have their moral compass is turned upside down. And I think that's really cool. And I thought that was like it set that whole character like off for me, where I was like, that's really awesome.
And it's like the whole town ganged up against them and went out and killed Sam. So it's like she probably didn't want to be in that town after that anyway.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
So that's
they messed her up so bad she started a re-education curriculum for him.
right. With bullets and, and red lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to teach you something, you son of a gun. Yeah.
But yeah. Something I don't understand is when they found the chest, it had Stanley's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, well, it must be his. And they just packed it in the trunk like it was no big deal.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it was like if it's on your property, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, but see, if you're a piece of shit, any property rights you have are immediately revoked.
I like how like whoever that guy was, the officer, just made a quick phone call and was like, "All right, your property's ours now."
Yeah. This is
or
some real
it's
shady
under our
business.
jurisdiction now.
They were acting suspicious enough.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Sir sitting there hiding behind his
Marion.
hiding behind his clipboard like he ain't got nothing to hide.
Right.
Yeah, he's definitely over like, oh no, I ain't doing nothing.
That's my parole officer.
I ain't doing nothing suicide. Trust me. You got his one eye squinting like.
Right.
Yeah. What has he played in? That guy. I can't remember his
no
name.
idea. He looks
He's
familiar.
so familiar from something, and I can't tell.
I thought he was
it is.
Martin Sheen at first.
You guys vamp for a second while I look up this. Hold on.
I sure am vamping.
Thank you.
It's my favorite Metal Gear Solid character.
I think we made that joke before.
That vamp.
That vamp. Okay, let's see it. Let's do Holes cast. And then of course also we can't forget Miss Sigourney Weaver.
Oh yeah.
What a an entrance.
Survived a xenomorph, but
Right.
failed by children.
His name is John Voight.
I
guess that's how
so.
is his name. I guess.
I do not know him. He is foreign to me.
He's definitely played in something though that you have seen. Trust me.
Yeah. He's just got one of those faces.
Do you guys have a favorite part of the movie? Excuse me. Sorry.
I like when, like everything we've heard from the story so far with the family curse and everything, when, you know, they're climbing up the mountain, it's all coming together. You know, he's carrying a Zeroni up the mountain, and then he's when they're up there eating the onions and drinking the water, he starts singing the song or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of comes full circle.
And it comes full circle, and we're like, that's how you lift the curse, babe.
Yeah.
And
the family is now free.
But you know what doesn't make any sense? How the secret formula was like peaches and onions, and that's how they made the feet stop stinking?
Right.
Yeah.
How does that make any sense?
Yeah,
it doesn't.
It's plot armor. It's just
I see. But,
it just allows the thing to work. Yeah, this guy's been in a lot of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Oh wow.
He's been the one I probably know him for is National Treasure.
Oh shit, he was the dad, wasn't he?
Right. Yeah, he was also Lord Richard Croft from Lara Croft Tomb Raider in the movie, the one with what's her name? Angelina Jolie.
That's funny.
Yeah. So like I said, he's been in a handful of stuff. I just couldn't quite remember what it was. Yeah. So quality film.
How about that Shia LaBeouf character? What
Oh,
other kind of
man.
stuff has he been in?
Just a couple of small
Thanks.
movies
Oh, yeah.
here and there.
Yeah, I didn't seem very well known.
Right. He's an upcoming actor.
Oh, really?
Right.
Look forward to seeing what else he'll do.
Exactly.
When they hired the private investigators to find Zero's mom, I fully expected her to hop off that bus
He's like,
be
that's
like-
not my son.
and be no. I fully expected her to get off the bus and be like, "So I heard you got some fat stacks now."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
All of a
Heard you
sudden,
got money.
I care to look for my son.
Yeah, I heard
I-
you fell into a small fortune.
Just a small fortune.
Good Lord.
I fully
right.
expected, but then they were like, "Oh, she's been looking for him too." I was
I
like, "Oh
miss
yeah,
you
yeah,
so
it's awesome,
much."
it's awesome."
Oh, right.
That's
I've
what
been
I thought.
I've been looking for my son.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, well,
Just
he
recently,
was at
or
the park the whole time.
yeah, I've been waiting for you, Mom.
Dude, I hated when he went, "Oh yeah, I used to sleep in the tunnel by the slide, but no
It's
biggie,
like, oh,
Yeah, it's like
no
ooh,
biggie." Okay.
That was a scripted version of like the.
Ooh.
Sorry, man. That's awkward. Didn't mean to just to walk past you, my guy.
Yeah. If I'd have known you were there, I would have helped you, surely.
Dude.
Right.
You went
Of
to
course.
Dylan. You went to like a public elementary school.
Yes, I went to public school for, all the way from like kindergarten to, I believe, 7th grade is when I dropped off.
Dude, I'm telling you, on the playground, everything went down in that tunnel at my playground.
There was
Uh-oh.
a tunnel at your playground?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we had slides and monkey bars and all that type of stuff.
Right.
But I'm telling you,
The tunnel, yeah.
you go in the tunnel, got a little 6-year-olds making out, going
Oh
crazy.
no.
Fuck.
It was wild. If he invited you to go to the tunnel,
Uh-oh. You better get ready.
Oh my
you better get
God.
ready. Go to the snack stand, get yourself a little
refreshment.
refreshment.
Oh
I'm
no.
assuming they got rid of this thing eventually, right?
The tunnel?
Yeah.
No, it's
Some-
still there.
Some say
What
that
the
tunnel
fuck?
still stands to this day.
Dude,
Yeah.
any playground that has something that you can't see the children in is not a good
Oh no,
playground.
no, they could see us.
What was
They-
it like? It was see-through? What?
No, it's just like the tunnel was
I think I know what you're talking
like
about.
if you're
It's
looking
like
out onto the playground, the tunnel like was facing that way.
Okay.
But it's just
so the
Right.
the
it was
teachers-
more private space than out on the field.
Yeah. It was
My
then
goodness.
in the open air.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
All right. Well,
Anyway,
Oh,
that's
man.
oy.
Yeah. That's a little weird. I never quite had anything like that.
Yeah, my playground experiences weren't so exciting back in the
At my-
day.
Quote unquote exciting.
Right.
at my elementary school, we had like it was one huge playground, but there was lines on the playground to
Mhm.
separate it into 3 sections. And you could only play in a section designated for your grade. You could not cross the line. So it was like first and second.
Was it like a
Yeah, we-
hard line or
we
was
had
it like
those
a
too.
It was like a dirt line.
Yeah, it was just like
It wasn't like
a barrier?
Mhm.
it wasn't like a barbed wire fence or anything.
Well, it sounds like
Right.
what stopped me from crossing the line?
I
back
mean,
in,
you just
I
get in
s-
trouble.
Okay, let's say that
You
just
just can't do it.
it's like
But
like
it was
putting
like-
a line there that's like
It was so funny to me because we're all out on the same field, but I'm like,
Right.
one day I'll go over there. It'll be so great. It's like, just go over there. What?
yeah, what's
What,
stopping
like,
you?
ID you?
It was so
We're
funny.
in elementary school. But what was so great was on the big kid playground for the 5th graders,
Right.
they had like a big old flagpole,
Mhm.
but there's no flag, and people would
Just a
people
pole?
would climb the pole and then like sit on top.
What?
Don't ask me how they sat on top, but if you could do it,
You were cool.
you were cool. And yes, I
mean,
was one.
I mean,
Don't
even,
I
Called it
thought it
the
was real.
Mulan
even
pole.
I think that's kind of cool. To be
It was pretty
honest.
cool. They had like their little tunnel, but nah.
No. You had a pole.
I was a pole.
Yeah.
But the 5th graders, we were too cool to play on the playground. Psh, that's for the
Yeah.
that's for the
For
little
the
kids.
children.
We only played with the pole. Only the pole was cool for the 5th graders.
Right.
Anyway,
It just kind of feels like you're putting a line in the sand that like how do you say this? It's one of those things where like kids may not think to cross a line or to break a rule. It's
Mhm.
like maybe they will, maybe they won't. But it's like you're putting a rule in place for something that might happen kind of thing. I mean, I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's like
I think there were teachers that like supervised the lines.
I
Yeah.
see.
I guess it was just because like obviously bigger kids could be more rough with little kids
I
and stuff
guess,
like
right.
that.
I get it. Like I said, there's probably a reason
You
for
go
it.
over there, they'll
But
turn
it
you
was
into
like
mincemeat.
the playground equipment wasn't equal at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the third graders got the swings and nobody else did.
What? Oh, dang.
Yes.
That sounds.
Anyway, back to
Yeah.
holes.
It just kind of right.
That's
The
all.
only thing I was gonna say was it just kind of feels like one of those situations where it's like no one would think to round the corner and go down this little area, but the second you're like, do not go down the hole and around the corner, everyone's like, well, now I want to go.
Yeah.
It
Why
kind of
not?
feels like, yeah.
What the
Well,
hell's stopping me?
Now that you're telling me not to, that's all I want to do.
I mean, I gotta do it.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta do it. There is a big red button at the end of the hallway. You are not allowed to go down the hallway or push the big red button. It's like,
Shit.
wow.
All right.
I have an awesome story, but I don't know if I should tell it. It has nothing to do with holes.
I mean, we're already kind of off the rails.
Dude,
What you
at
got?
my elementary school, we had a fire drill.
Yeah.
And they set up like fake smoke machines.
Wow,
So it was just
really?
like
Doing
water.
it all out.
It was just like water vapor and stuff.
Right.
Wow,
But it was
that's-
a fog machine.
Right.
And they set it up without anyone's knowledge, including the teachers.
What?
Oh, dang.
Actually, okay, maybe the teachers went on it, but you'll see why I said that.
Yeah.
Maybe they were in on it. But basically, was the situation. Fire drill. Everything's crazy. I go out of the classroom, smoke everywhere.
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
freaking out. This
Right.
ain't a drill.
Right.
We go out, and while I'm out, basically for public school, the teachers would hold up a green card if it was all good, red card if they were missing someone. I look around, red card's going up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
It's not
And
good.
basically the teachers pissed. They're like, "Where's Timmy? Which one of y'all? Where's Timmy?
Which one of
I'm
you is
angry."
Timmy?
yeah.
Then a little bit
Which one
later,
of y'all has Timmy?
I don't know what happened. I think little Timmy ended up coming outside, and it was a
I
couple.
was in the bathroom.
It was like 3 kids. Here's what happened.
Right.
What happened. Finally, the drill's all over. We get back to class. Here's what happened. On the way out, a fireman stopped about 3 kids and said, "Run back down the hall into the smoke." And this was to test to see if the teachers actually counted missing students.
Oh, wow. That's
But
smart.
when we got in the classroom, little Timmy got a lecture of his life.
Oh, no.
The teacher was like, "What the fuck, Timmy?"
The fireman told me to do
And she's like, "No, he didn't. He did not tell you to run to the smoke. He's a fireman." Blah, 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 blah.
Right,
and
right,
then
right.
over the announcements, boop. Great job, everyone.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
job on the drill. Teachers, please stay calm. We did a light test and
right.
told the kids to run to the smoke. They did a great job. Thanks for participating and have a good day.
Yeah.
And the teacher was
It's like
real
a hell of a
embarrassed.
thing not
She-
to inform the teachers about.
Yeah. Like,
It's one like I can't say I don't agree with it because I mean that's
but
your
the
job,
fact-
right.
But it was like, he got lectured.
Exactly. But that's the different thing is like those kids. I would try to at least hold on to them or find out where they went
Mhm.
because that's hard.
Right.
That's the hard thing is like that kid. He
But yeah,
probably
the
I
teacher-
got
probably-
yelled at for no reason thanks
That-
to you.
The
that kid
teacher
has
was
grown
just
up
like,
with trust issues
the
now.
teacher was straight up like,
An
"You're a
avid
liar."
hatred for the fire force.
And then
Right.
after the announcement, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Timmy. You're actually not a liar. Oh, my bad."
Exactly.
Whoops.
That's what I freaking thought. You.
I always
Just
thought that
forget
was
about all those awful things I just said to you.
Yeah. You remember all those very negative, very off-putting things I
Hurtful.
said to you? I didn't mean any of it.
You're actually a really trustworthy
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
Good
right,
job,
right.
Tim.
Yeah.
You know that emotional trauma I just like really set into your
Publicly
very
embarrassed you.
Just kidding.
your developing brain. Just try not to think of that. Just wipe it away.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Just like your tears, just dry them.
he was crying, I believe.
I don't blame him.
He was just like, "They told me to run into the fog."
You have this fireman fully suited up in all the garb, and he's like, run into the smoke. You're
Get
like,
over
yes,
there."
sir. Yes, sir. I trust you.
It was so sad.
Oh, man. Oh, that guy definitely has
Yeah.
trust issues
That
now.
was a hefty dose of bullshit to
Right,
take
right,
when
right.
you're that young.
What do they call those? Is it a flagpole memory or a tent pole memory?
A core memory.
A core memory?
Core memory.
What is it called in the game where it's like, little Timmy will remember this?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Works like a fucking
Right.
telltale.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, trust me, this will affect you later.
Oof.
Oh,
Trust
man.
issues.
Yeah.
You'll have them.
He's deep set now.
Yeah. Plus
Man.
5 to mistrust.
Yikes.
Yikes. Holes.
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 What a good movie.
Yeah.
Is
there were holes.
I'm trying
in
to think
fact.
of another good Disney movie that we could watch that's not probably cheesy or bad. I really do.
mean,
Well,
I really do think that.
that's-
We're limited here.
I know. I was mostly being facetious.
There's
with
a
that.
new movie
Oh,
I
I
want to
see.
watch, but it's like, I think it's like a thriller / serious movie. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's it
Cool.
called?
I think it's called Super Dark Times. I already watched it.
Oh, really?
But there's another movie.
Super dark times.
Shut the fuck up.
Really bad night.
Oh man.
Stop.
All right.
It was traumatizing.
Spooky no.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
I didn't name it.
I know. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the.
You
I wish
can
I could meet
choke.
whoever did. That's funny.
Anyway, there's a new movie, and I think it's called.
Uh-oh.
The big no happened.
Super Bright Day.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh,
No,
that's
I
great.
think it's called like Don't Tell a Soul, and it's
Yeah.
very similar vibe,
Okay.
and I really want to watch it, but because I did see the first one I mentioned,
Okay.
but like I said, they're both like pretty serious. They're not like,
Yeah. No.
haha,
goofy.
they died, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I mean, you could probably do that.
That's what I watch horror movies for.
Of course. Haha, loser.
I'm sorry. I should preface. That's what I watch modern horror movies for.
Yes.
I see.
I watch the classics to actually get scared of something.
I
Yeah.
see.
I'm not.
Mm.
I get scared with thrillers. Like, there was this movie me and my sister watched, and I don't remember what it was called.
Mhm.
I think it was called like. It was just like this movie about a hotel room. Oh damn it! Okay, maybe I should look it up.
Mhm. Scary movie about hotel
The
room.
what I was trying to say a second ago was I think you, Ethan, and I really hit it out of the park with Horse Sense.
Oh yeah.
I jokingly
It's still, I can't get over how fucking good that movie was.
I jokingly wanted to watch that movie because I thought, again, when you watch a DCOM, I thought that I was gonna be offering up kind of a dumb kind of crappy movie.
Right.
But then like
That isn't to say like it's good as in like a masterpiece of cinema.
no. But for
it's
what
just
it's worth,
a satisfying movie to watch.
yes.
Yeah.
I would be offended watching it again. It's
Right.
just a good old movie.
Yeah.
What I was
So.
gonna say is the movie's called 1408, and it was
I believe I heard of that one.
me and my sister watched it, and it's like a thriller for sure. And it's like these are the type of movies that actually scare me because it's like psychologically
Right.
Oh yeah.
tripping me out.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's more of the scenario than the
Yes.
actual like the act of scary things.
stuff that's like psychologically thrilling is what
Right.
actually will get under my skin.
Mhm.
I can't remember
Will
the
thrill you
And
psychologically.
it actually has two separate endings.
excuse me?
What?
Two separate endings.
How?
It just does. I think
Like it
I
Again,
don't-
this is a
plays-
choose your own adventure or we don't
I don't remember why. You could probably look it up and find out. I think it was like they produced the movie and then the first ending didn't do so well and they made a second one. I don't remember.
Oh, so
like I
they
said.
just went with one as opposed to the other?
I don't know. But all I'm going to say is me and my sister liked this movie
Mm-hmm.
and it was coming on TV one time.
Right.
And we were like, oh my gosh, it's 1408, let's watch it. And we got to the end and it was a whole different ending. And I thought I was losing my mind.
Right.
Oh.
I literally was like,
This is not the movie I watched.
am I tripping? Because this is not how the movie ends.
Okay,
Did
so
they play two different versions of it back to back, or was it just
No,
one?
it was just we had already seen the movie before,
Mhm.
and then we were watching it again, and it was.
if
a
I was to
different
guess,
ending.
probably like the initial release in the movie theater just didn't have quite as good of a
feedback.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
When they had like the TV release or like DVD release, they probably changed it or something.
Probably.
If I was to guess,
I
which is kind of crazy because I mean, you want to
Yeah.
talk about making people feel insane. It's like, oh, I've seen this movie, and you watch, and you're like,
No,
this
you
is not the same
haven't.
thing.
yeah, I definitely can see which one would be the preferred ending.
Yeah.
I see. Okay,
Like when
they
I was
did a
watching
better job second round.
it, yeah, when I was watching it, I was like,
This isn't the
Wow.
this isn't the ending that I watched, but I like it better.
Yeah.
dude, I'm kind of spooked out right now.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about this movie. anymore.
There was one movie that I watched a handful of years back, and it was like a thriller movie. and it was like the epitome of thriller. Like nothing happened in the movie from what I remember.
Stuff just kept almost happening.
Yes, and it was I can't remember what it was called. I want to say it was like The Package or something.
The build up with no payoff.
The UPS
it was
truck.
The Gift.
The
It was
UPS truck.
Right.
FedEx.
It was called Spooky Ghosty Time.
What?
No.
Ghosty Time.
It was called like The Gift or something. It was some kind of vague, and I thought it was supposed to be like scary.
Yeah.
But come to find out, it was just a whole bunch of like almost scares. And it was kind of like this guy is watching you or whatever. It's like you're in this. It's like a lady in a house.
That's not how a movie works.
It's like if you're in this lady lives in a house alone. Her husband passed away or something, and this guy is like watching her. Is what it feels like or something. And he drops off a gift for her or something. But the entire movie was like kind of teasing this whole idea of it. And I was like, it wasn't all that great. But I thought of it afterwards was like, there's probably somebody out there that is like, this is so like in their niche of like kind of horror. They're probably like freaking out right now.
Sounds like it would play off of paranoia pretty well.
Exactly. And I think I was like, there's probably somebody out there that's like scared of someone watching them or like sending them a random package or something. And kind of doing it, because I think it was done in like kind of a menacing way, where it wasn't like here's a nice gift. It was like
take this.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Here's some soap. I saw you were running out.
Something like that. But it was one of those moments where I didn't have that. It's not in my realm of horror, but I remember I was like, there's probably somebody out there that's like shitting bricks.
I could see the scare.
Yeah, but in the moment, I was like, I left the movie theater like nothing happened. What? What?
Oh, where's the scary?
Yeah. Why? Who? What? No. Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyways, what's our next movie we're gonna watch?
Oh, goodness.
We haven't really talked about like a forward-thinking thing, because right now we've been planning on doing this episode right here with Mallory for a long time. And the fact that we did it already is really awesome.
Yes. Very good.
I have been talking about this for a long time, but it never has actually happened, and I've held off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to have Indiana Jones?
Yes, I have all three.
Yes. I haven't seen any Indiana Jones, and I want to watch it.
Good, because there's only three.
Nice. I've heard like the first two is good.
Mm-hmm. The third one's not too bad.
Okay.
You know what confuses me?
And it ends there.
But what about Shia LaBeouf?
No. No.
You know what confuses me?
What's that?
When Stanley's perhaps great grandfather.
Right.
The triple great.
They were not in America.
It didn't seem like it, no.
Right.
They were somewhere else. And
I think they probably said where, but
I don't remember. And
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Mexico.
I don't think so.
I mean, with a name.
Oh, no,
with names like Igor.
You're right. It's probably. Oh, you're right. Because I got you. German or something. Because they took a boat over. I forgot.
Right.
I was just thinking. I know the movie takes place in Texas.
Is it was like, you gotta come back, or you gotta take the pig up the mountain, drink the water, sing the song, but when the pig's grown, make sure you carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain, and whatever. I always thought, like when I watched this movie in the past, I always thought it was the same mountain. But now watching it, it's not the same mountain, because then he came to America.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it like probably, if we're talking about the semantics of the curse, if I was to guess, the act of carrying a Zeroni
up a mountain.
Or I guess like just the act of carrying a Zeroni and then letting it drink of the water of life or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Something like that. Right. Yeah, exactly. There's a fine print and it says it just has to be a descendant of Zeroni, and it has to be a mountain of 20,000 elevation or something.
Yeah, I was going to say any mountain.
Yeah.
I'll just crawl up a little hill.
Right.
Because you know what? They
like,
scaled,
okay, here you go.
They
Let me just
scaled
serenade
that mountain in one day.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive for
I'm pretty sure it was less than a day.
Well, yeah.
Because
but it's also,
Stanley got up, started digging his hole, stole the truck, ran into Hector under the little boat.
Right.
And then they decided to scale the mountain and made it up to the top before dark.
Well, I think it's also, again...
Unless they stopped for some naps, but it seemed like it was all one day.
Right. I don't think the mountain was that big. I think it was pretty big. I just don't think it was
Right.
as big as you're thinking it is.
All right.
I think once you put your mind to it, you can scale a mountain pretty quick.
I mean, if it's conveniently shaped, for sure. Otherwise,
Oh,
you,
yes,
you
I
need
mean,
equipment.
that
obviously,
shit looks
yes.
steep.
You're right. It definitely was, but again, plot armor.
Right. The children
These guys
can't die.
these guys have no climbing equipment whatsoever besides a shovel and some water jugs
They're invincible.
and maybe a sack of something that's empty. I'm assuming
Yeah.
If you
Some sploosh.
some sploosh.
if you were stranded
right,
and you found some jars of sploosh,
right.
you don't know how old they are. They're
At least 200, 300 years old.
you have to break
couple
it to even
centuries.
open it. Would you eat it to survive?
If it was all I had, yes.
I mean, maybe.
I think.
I'd give it a shot.
I don't know how good jarred food is.
Probably not that long, but I mean, who
Like,
knows?
I feel like it would make me sick, and I would struggle to survive more if I got sick.
Right.
Probably
So
so.
I don't think I would have eaten it.
As long as it provided some form of nourishment, I think you'd be okay.
Right, but it's also that point too where it's like if I'm stranded in the desert with like no hope of water,
Yeah.
at that point it's like
you,
I mean,
you take what you can get.
yeah, I don't know. If I die from poisoned peaches or if I die of dehydration, it's like I mean, whatever.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
I'd have died regardless, so
Yeah.
who cares, I guess.
right. I'm buzzard food whether I like it or not.
Right.
I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Another Disney movie in the bag. We gotta find another one we can watch. There's a couple of them on there I need to look at to see what we can watch. We can find a really nice,
Oh, yeah,
cheesy,
there's plenty.
awful one. Dude, there's a couple of them from the early 2000s. I told you I want to watch
dude.
that we really got to get on.
Uh-huh.
They're just laughable.
It's a treasure trove of garbage.
Laughable. Anyways, until next time, I've been Ian.
This has been Hyols.
Kjols. If
Oles.
you're looking for us, you can find us on our Linktree /Ian Wolf, or you can look us up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, just The Aftermath. You can find us there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.